everyone, I'm Emily Groover and welcome to the Community Show. This is a monthly based show that gives you your local news and events. And what is coming up soon is the Floyd County Christmas Parade. The Floyd County Merchants and Businessmen Association proudly presents the annual Christmas Parade, Christmas Memories. Floyd Christmas Parade will be on Sunday, November 29th at 3 p.m. Rain and snow dates are Sunday, December 6th at 3 p.m. Stay tuned for the next Community Show to get the behind-the-scenes look at the parade. And coming up, the Floyd Community Theater Guild will be putting on their biggest performance yet. The Guild is doing A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. It will be at the June Bug on December 10th through the 13th. Here with more information on the performance is Director Casey Worley.
Here at the June Bug, there's a lot going on, but what I'm here for is Midsummer Night's Dream with the Theater Guild. I am directing the show. I'm very excited about it. It's happening here in our Black Box Theater space. It's a long-winded rehearsal process. This is actually one of our longer rehearsal processes. We have around 2.5 months that we're doing this show. We practice 2 days a week up until we get almost to the show, where we'll change to 3 nights or 4 nights a week. And it's been a good process of learning blocking early, learning character analysis, getting down to the nitty-gritty of Shakespeare's dialogue. So that's what we've really been working on, and now adding in set design, costumes, and getting ready for you to see it. This is Shakespeare, so expect big. We are going big with this show because with Shakespeare, it's go big or go home. We are adding a steampunk flair with 1910 era. So costumes are going to be kind of wacky. The fairies in Midsummer are going to be the craziest fairies that you may have ever seen. And so expect a lot of earthy tones, a lot of movement, a lot of mechanical being in this show. This is our, we have 17 cast members in this show, so this is by far, it's actually probably double what many of our shows have been so far. Just wrapping up 39 Steps a couple months ago, we have that cast, there was 4 of us, so this is almost 4 times. It is 4 times that amount of cast members. So it's large, but it's a good group. We range from, our youngest actors are 11 and 12, and our oldest is, well, I'm not going to tell you how old they are, but you'll see. It's a big range of ages that we have going on. Ticket prices are they're going to be $10 for adults and $5 for children.
Can you get your tickets online?
You can. Yeah, you can get tickets online. You can go to the Floyd Community Theater Guild website, which is floydctg.com, or the June Bug Center website, which is junebugcenterfloyd.com. You can buy tickets from both of these websites through our PayPal account. You can also buy at the door, and we are also going to have tickets here at the June Bug Center that during our regular operating hours that you can come by and pick up and purchase.
We're kind of doing something different with the set. It's different with the costuming, of course. But what's cool is it's really a fusion of different ages and different acting backgrounds, and I feel like it's really working. We've had a lot of time to develop our characters, become part of our characters, and really enjoy what we are doing. So more than anything, we're kind of a family, and we're local, and I think just the variety of the different people that we have in this play is going to be really unique and a lot of fun. I think we're finding the people in the community that want to be involved in theater. I honestly never really had a chance to be involved in theater, but I knew we had a really supportive community for that, and I think it's just going to, keep growing as we grow more of a theater family around the June Bug Center. My favorite thing about Midsummer in general is it's funny. It's a comedy, but it's a comedy in Shakespearean language, and you'll read the words and you'll think, can I make this funny? And then you get with the people in the scene, like the other actors, and then suddenly you start working off each other and building the scene, and suddenly you realize it's absolutely hilarious. And so even if you think, oh, I don't know Shakespeare, I don't really get Shakespeare's language, we're able to bring it to life that I think it's really going to be something that everybody will enjoy.
I hope you enjoy the show. And we've worked hard, and Yeah, that's it.
The June Bug will also be having their Family Day fundraiser at the June Bug on Halloween. The festivities will start at 11 a.m. till 4 p.m. There will be food, music, a bouncy house, face painting, games, and a costume contest. And at 1, there will be a world premiere of the play Appalachian Steam, locally written by Karen Adams. Her and owner Stacy Harefield told me a little more about what is happening on this fun-filled day.
We're calling it our Fall Fest 2015, and it's a family day from 11 to 4 o'clock on Saturday, which is Halloween this year. Families and friends and single people too are welcome to come out and just have a good time at the June Bug Center. We'll have bouncy houses, we'll have face painting, we'll have a fresh apple cider being pressed, we will have games, some drawings, giveaways, we'll have a photo booth so people can pop in and get their picture taken, and just lots of fun community things, food, a lot of fun. If people want to wear a costume, there will be a costume contest. They don't have to, no pressure. We're not a high pressure community center, but yes, there will be a costume contest. There'll be pumpkin painting, and we will also judge your pumpkins, so paint it well. At 1 o'clock, we're having our debut performance of our Appalachian Steam, which is a story hour written by this wonderful person, Karen Adams.
Well, what we wanted to do was include some Appalachian culture. It's sort of Floyd-based, but not named as Floyd. So we've got, there's a mention of a cannery in this story, a steam-powered sawmill, some Halloween pranks, and things that would have been very true to the area at this time. And what we have is a storyteller. It's kind of a story within a story. So there's a ghost story that takes place in the past, has sort of a steampunk element to it. And then this storyteller is talking about just kind of looking back and telling this story. And what we want to do is include, there's music in it, there's some very familiar tunes, and mention of some food that will be also for sampling. And the whole idea was really to include everybody. It's not a very scary ghost story, and there's some funny elements to it, but it's meant to be rooted in this area, but it could also be sort of universal too. So a celebration of Appalachian culture with a little bit of a modern twist to it. Casey told me about this idea, and we talked about it, and I thought, this is wonderful. I could see a lot of different stories down the road, but this one specifically is a Halloween story. And it's just, there's so much history here, but it's very much present, if that makes sense. We, the people who built this community and so much of this area are still very much a part of our lives. And we, it's a good way to help younger people sort of remember who was here before us. A lot of them are our relatives, some of them are not. But just like the names of some of these roads, like the canning factory road, there really was a canning factory there, and people, who live here now had relatives who worked there, for instance. Same with the sawmill. So it's a way to sort of bring just the past back to life and make it very real and applicable to today, But I'd been doing some research before Stacey and I even talked, because I'm very interested in Appalachian culture and sort of the challenges that we face today. A lot of environmental and economic challenges. The details are different from the past, but this kind of thing has been going on for years, and people have been very resourceful, very proud, very sustainable in their approach to land and taking care of each other. And that's something that's so special to this part of the country. And so we want that to come out in the story too. So that's a big part of it.
One thing I like about the story is that it really tells, we are a small community, and we do take care of each other. But sometimes we might not quite get it right, but then we always come back around and get it right, and that story drives that point home. And I think you were talking about on a larger scale, things that we're experiencing now nationally, with welcoming people in and just being kind-hearted towards them and putting down our fears and our skepticism. the story really drives home the point, to approach life and approach others with a wide open heart. And I think you really brought that through in the story.
Thanks. I hope so. That's what this community represents to me.
We do that here.
Yeah, it's
We
very
do that
true.
here.
Very true.
Yeah.
So.
Our idea is to actually, we're going to be filming this, and we have some help with some professional film editors and some movie producers that we know some other places. So as these stories continue to happen, we hope to refine them and have a really high quality product that we can upload to the internet, and play around with the idea of having our own June Bug Center channel. And as we increase viewership, which we hope people will spread the word, that we can approach maybe some companies and places outside of Floyd to advertise with us, and so bring in some dollars for people see this story of sustainability and small community and going local, that it'll resonate with them and they'll want to invest in that, and that we can just show other people how to reproduce that. And we're thinking big. So we're hosting the first ever, from the research I've done, teen Halloween here at the June Bug Center. And we'll have check-in from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and we'll have approximately a room for 30 teenagers, and we're almost full at this point, the chaperones, and it's made to be a pretty scary night, so we've made it from 13 to 18. No exceptions will be made. The movies that we're showing will be PG-13 and on the scary side. Cameron Woodruff is doing a walking ghost tour throughout Floyd for us. And so we'll have a couple of surprises. I don't want to give it all away, but we'll have some surprises built in the night. It's called a teen lock-in / sleepover, but to be honest, I don't think much sleeping will be happening. We have some really fantastic people that have stepped up to the plate to make the Appalachian scene happen. I mean, we have, Stacey Dowd is a fantastic storyteller. We have Grace and Fox who are acting in it. Emily is stepped up to be the director, and she's done a fantastic job. We even have, professional lighting and sound. Derek Lotek is doing that for us. So it's just amazing that everything that we have needed has shown up, and it's shown up in a big way. So I just think that this is an idea that's coming through us. It's not our idea, and I just really have a feeling that it was meant to happen. So.
And speaking of ghost tours, Cameron Woodruff has been doing his tours for years now. He gets participants that are local and even visitors from out of town. Not only does he add a ghostly flair to it all, but he is very focused on illustrating the history of Floyd County in his tours.
It's one part ghost stories, one part history, and it's just this little snapshot of Floyd through the ages and the creepy, weird stuff that comes with a town that's been around this long. As well as just some fun little historical facts and stuff. I think this is our 8th year of doing it. We've had a lot of people come from around here. A majority of it tends to be people from even as far away as like Roanoke. We've had people come from Roanoke. I think we actually had one group come from up in Richmond to come take one of our tours. So yeah, it's a mix and match, but there's always at least a couple of locals who show up because a lot of them have never heard these stories before. We start the first weekend in October and we go till the first weekend in November. We also do private tours year-round as long as you have a group of 5 or more people. We start out of the market space where they have the Friday night market, and then we come to the cemetery here in by the Hotel Floyd, and slowly wend our way with a couple of stops down to Schoolhouse Fabrics, back up to the courthouse, and then just a little ways down the road towards the Rakes Mansion, which is the great big mansion on Main Street, and then we conclude usually back at the market. There's actually a rather interesting story about this item right here. This is a 6-legged soapstone tomb table. Tomb tables by their very nature are pretty rare. They're not very common. Also, there are very few of them in the world that actually have 6 legs. Also, most tomb tables are usually, most tombstones in general are made out of marble or granite because they don't corrode. Soapstone's a little bit unusual, but it's also a lot cheaper. One reason you would usually, it's something a lot of people tend to assume is the size of your tombstone denotes how important you were in life. It's really more a statement of how much money you left towards your stone or how much people cared about you. that's an example of the historical side of some of the stuff we do on our tours. Also, this cemetery is haunted. One little fun fact that most people don't know about Floyd is during the Civil War, soldiers from the North and the South were often buried side by side, whereas most of the time they would usually bury them separate from each other. And it may be these confined quarters in the afterlife that has caused a ghostly soldier's uniform to arise from the grave and stroll about the cemetery at night without a body in it. I've had people ask me before if we know what side it's from, and I go, I don't know, and I don't really think it's any of my business. But yeah, so the local cemetery here is haunted, as well as some of the other shops and places here in town. If you want to know all of them, come on my tour.
Make sure that you check out his tours for this Halloween season. We're sure that you will leave the tour with a better appreciation and knowledge of your hometown's history. But this isn't Woodruff's only gig. He's a very busy man here in Floyd County, from his ghost tours to running the Green Man Inn that just recently underwent some new renovations and is now back open to the public.
I deal with everything physical at the building. My business partner handles finances and advertising. But everything else physically that has to do with the business, I handle. The best way I've ever found to describe it to people is we're a bed and breakfast that doesn't do breakfast. So it's all the comfort of your bed and breakfast, but we don't actually do any of the cooking for you, though we just recently completed renovations to install a kitchenette, so our guests can do their own cooking and stuff. We're also right up from the food line, so it makes it very convenient, very easy to do. When we first bought the Green Man Inn, it had done duty as a computer store for a while, so it definitely had a bit of an office feel to it, and we were able to make it work, but we were never really happy with the space that we were given. So we waited until we had sufficient funds and decided to get into it. We ripped up all the old flooring, which it badly needed. It badly needed all the old flooring ripped up. Did some repainting, and as I said, we also put in the kitchenette because we really want to try and cater to larger groups and extended stays. So kitchenette seemed a very easy way to do both those things, and we're also convenient to the food line. Yeah, like I said, it was mostly really just ripping up the old floors, painting, and doing some slight and putting in the kitchenette. That was the biggest thing. I think that took us probably the longest to really get done. We've gotten a lot of feedback from our guests. We're still working out some of the kinks, but it's been working. Generally, everybody's been very happy with it, and a lot of people are very happy to have the option. Because most hotels don't have their own little kitchenettes and stuff like that. So it's very nice to know that you've got that option.
The inn is more than just a business, it is there for the community. Woodruff informed me that at times during the winter when the roads are bad, they will discount their rooms for only $10 if people can't get home. That is exactly what they did during our recent flooding.
Do that for any major weather system like that. We started doing it last year during the winter because we had a couple of days where it was snowing so bad. It's like, don't try driving home. We'll let you crash here for $10 because there were lots of people who were stuck in town that didn't realize how bad the weather was going to get, and they're like, we don't have anywhere to go, and all the hotels are filling up, and we're usually pretty slow in the winter because it's not very tourist season. So yeah, we do the $10 to $20 rate for any major weather, like the hurricane and the snowstorms we'll get in Floyd. It's normally $150 a night. Now that does get you the 2 bedrooms and the kitchenette, as well as the free Wi-Fi and cable provided to us by citizens. And I think I don't have the rate sheet in front of me. I know we do extended stays. I believe it's $500 a month with the first paid at the first of every week. But again, I don't have the rate sheet in front of me. Probably the easiest way to find us is through the Floyd Lodging Association website. They've also got the nice calendar on there that lists when we're booked up usually and anywhere else. We actually just on our own website, which I believe is Floyd Green Man in Floyd, Virginia. We just started doing online bookings, so you can go on the website and just pay for it all online, and at that point you can just show up and check in. Yeah, come stay at our inn. It's a lovely place. You'll never forget it.
The Pride of Floyd County's marching band went out to Patrick this October 17th for the Celebration of Pride competition. With their upbeat river dance theme, they had a crowd wanting more. The band came second in music, marching, general effect, auxiliary, and drum major category, with an excellent rating overall. They will be having their final competition on October 24th. For their last competition, the band won third place in color guard, marching, and general effect. They also won first place in the People's Choice for the Band of the Day. Congrats to the Pride of Floyd County. Homecoming was also a successful performance for the band, as well as the football team with their 42-20 victory over Eastern Montgomery. There was also a larger homecoming court with 7 sets of seniors that were nominated. The prom queen and king that was crowned at the end of the night was Molly Bradshaw and Brady Harmon.
Our 2015-2016 homecoming king and queen are Molly Bradshaw and Brady Harmon. Congratulations to both.
And Citizens had its annual membership meeting on October 17th at the Floyd County High School Auditorium. We had a fun-filled day with a visit from the Back Porch Studio Cloggers. We had amazing giveaways and ended with a delicious chicken lunch from the Floyd Presbyterian Church. We thank everyone who came out for this event, and we also thank the community for their continuous support of their cooperative. And if you need to change your telephone directory, please do so by November 13th. Here's a word from ETC.
Hi folks, this is Barry Abernathy with ETC. We're your new publishing company working with the fine folks at Citizens Telephone. We're here to help represent your business in our directory. This is Keith Crump and Adam Reese. Please call us at the number on your screen. We'll look forward to meeting with you.
Give us a call at 1-877-647-4531 for your spot in the Citizens phone book, online directory, and mobile app.
And each month we also like to do what new technology is coming to Citizens. And this month we are focusing on Watch TV Everywhere. You can go to watchTVEverywhere.com and sign up for free. This allows you to watch your favorite shows or sports at any time on any device. When you miss the premiere of your favorite show, that is not something to cheer about. But you no longer have to wait for your TV thanks to Citizens Watch TV Everywhere. On your break from work, you can now catch your favorite shows straight from your tablet. If you are wanting to catch the big game on your phone, you can. Or maybe the kids are wanting to watch their shows while you're trying to watch TV. Just hand them the laptop and everyone can be happy. All you have to do is connect to Wi-Fi and sign up for free on WatchTVEverywhere.com. Then you could be like this guy. Now that's something to cheer about. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today for Citizens Watch TV Everywhere. Citizens, technology for your community. Now through December 18th, customers can sign up for HBO and get Cinemax for free for 6 months, a great way to start the holiday season. And on Thanksgiving weekend, enjoy Star's free preview November 25th through the 29th. And that's all for our community show. And as always, if you have any news or events that you would like to get out to the public, just call us at 540-745-2111 or email us at marketing@citizens.coop. I'm Emily Groover, and thank you for watching CCTV. We'll see you next time.